Hello there, everybody, and welcome to Week 3 of the Pokémon Stadium 2 Draft League. I'm Travis, and we're going to get ready to have some battles here. Our first battle is going to be between, well, assuming my mouse wants to work. It does not want to work. There we go. We got the Tampa Bay Steelix and the Atlanta Fearow. Bit of an odd matchup here to kick us off this week, as I'm the owner of the Tampa Bay Steelix, but I'm going to be battling on behalf of the Atlanta Fearow today. So, we'll see if I can beat myself. Alright, go ahead and put those away. Alright. Before we continue any further, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that silly YouTube stuff, and yeah, let's get into it. Alright. So the team I chose, who would be best to lead off against that? Let's see. Most of his team is decent against Shuckle. Dugong and Dragonair are best against Jumpluff. Dragonair is actually good against like several of these Pokemon. I don't want to lead Kadabra because Kadabra's so good we want to save it for later. It'd be stupid to lead with it and get it like beat right away. Judging from what we've got here, I think I'm going to lead Snorlax. Because the only thing Snorlax doesn't do well against is Haunter, which we can switch out, and Magneton. So it's going to be either Snorlax or Dragonair. You know what? We'll lead Dragonair, and if as long as the computer doesn't pick Articuno first, Dragonair should be okay. All right, here we go. New venue today. We're battling on the Team Rocket venue in this game. I'd mix it up this week. Alright, who did the computer lead off with on my team? I would have preferred Shuckle if I was controlling him. Of course the game picks Articuno first. Why wouldn't it? Alright, it's 1,000,000% going to use Blizzard. Let's put Lantern in there, because Ice won't hurt Water very much, and Lantern can then use Spark. At the very least, it can force another switch. Seriously, though, out of 6 Pokemon, it picked the one Pokemon that Dragonair didn't want to see. Alright, 1 for 1 on Blizzard. Let's keep track of that, everybody at home. Alright, let's try Spark. It's going for Mist. Why would you ever use Mist? Yeah. I think I picked a good lineup this week, but if the CPU makes calls like that, not liking my odds here. Why haven't you switched out yet? You have a bad matchup with Lantern. Blizzard 1 for 2. Yep, I've got a pretty good feeling of where this battle's going. Oh. I forget how that works in Gen 2. I know in Gen 1, if you were frozen, it was over. I don't remember how that works in Gen 2. Well, if you can't thaw out, we might as well leave Lantern in there to use up all of Articuno's Blizzards. There's no point in switching out and letting something else get hit / frozen. Might as well just leave Lantern in there and let it get beat if that's the case. Make sure that Articuno uses up all its Blizzards. It's 3 for 5 now, by the way. Oh man, this sucks. Like, I'm so conflicted because, like, I want to prove I can beat my own team, but I also don't want my team to win because of something silly like a freeze. Oh, this is agonizing. See, in the new games, it would thaw out eventually, but I think in Gen 2, it's frozen unless it gets hit by a fire move or something weird like that. Oh. I'm sorry to my competitor. I did not think that Blizzard, which struggles to hit anyway, would also get a freeze. On the bright side, this is exactly why we didn't start with Kadabra. This is the exact kind of reasoning for why we didn't lead with Kadabra to start this battle. Well, let's see. Lantern's big advantages were it was going to be good against Articuno and Blastoise and Shuckle. This team still has plenty of things to deal with Shuckle. And as far as Blastoise goes, Snorlax might be able to do the trick. Same with Dragonair. So, and it's weakened Articuno enough that Kadabra can come in and clean it up. So Lantern may have done enough that it doesn't change things a lot. Boy, though, this sucks. I hate that this happened. And to start off the battles this week, too, of course. First matchup. Come on, just beat it already. So we can move on. Alright, Articuno gets a KO on the Lantern there. Unfortunately. Let's now put Kadabra out there. We'll use Kadabra's speed to take out the Articuno. Alright, Thunder Punch. That should be the end of Articuno. Yep. Alright. Trying to stay up to date with the stats this week, so marking them as we go. Magneton and Kadabra. Let's get Kadabra out of there, because if Magneton uses Thunder Wave, that really ruins everything that Kadabra's trying to do. What's the moveset for Quagsire? Dig's good enough. Yeah, let's go Quagsire. I was debating between Quagsire and Dragonair, but if it would have been Mud Slap or something, I would have gone with Dragonair, but with Dig, that ought to be good enough that Quagsire can come in. Yep, that's not going to do anything. A likely switch. I'm actually going to surf this first turn because I expect the computer to take Magneton out. Yeah. If it's Jumpluff, then it was 1,000,000% the right call. Yep, because Dig would have missed and it would have been a free Giga Drain for, or Mega Drain for Jumpluff, so good call. Quagsire will get a little damage off and then we'll switch Pokemon. I love watching Jumpluff jump around. Alright, let's see. As far as super effective, we've got Dugong has an ice move, I think. Yeah, Aurora Beam. Let's go with Snorlax, though, with Fire Punch, because Dugong will get a super effective hit from Mega Drain if we switch it in. The other option would have been Dragonair. I'm still kind of figuring out what some of these, which Pokemon are the best matchups here. Well, if that's all it's going to do, then Snorlax was absolutely the right pick. Alright, let's get one curse up. I know that won't impact Fire Punch's strength at all, but it'll help Snorlax's defenses. Every week. I even did some warm-up battles so that we wouldn't have this issue, but every week, technical difficulties. Alright. Hang on, everybody. I'll be right back. Alright, everyone. We're back. I basically tried to play things out the best I could. Since the last battle, we still had 5-on-5, and both sides were very much not damaged. I've tried my best to set it up the best I can. Kadabra will come in and knock out Articuno just like the first time, and then we'll resume the battle as if nothing ever happened. Alright, back to normal. We've got 5 on 5. 5 on 5. All 5 have full health. If this is anything like last time, hopefully the game will put Magneton out there. Yep, there we go. Okay, we're back on schedule. Alright, so we put Quagsire out there. We call the switch and go with Surf. And then we put Snorlax in to battle Jumpluff, and then we'll be caught back up. In past cases, I have started the battle completely over because there was a Pokemon that was damaged, but maybe had enough speed that it would attack first, kind of like Kadabra or something. But in this case, both Pokemon were gone and the others were not damaged at all. So I figured picking things up 5 on 5 would be the best way to go. I picked the wrong move. Alright, well, the good news here is that Jumpluff is faster, and that Surf did almost nothing to it the first time around. So we can still sort of play this out without it changing things, hopefully, too much. Leech Seed isn't going to work. I'm underground, so that's a wasted turn. Okay. That's my bad. I got caught up in talking and explaining the situation, and then I didn't pick Surf. Alright. Nonetheless, though, we're here now. Obviously, we're going to switch. I'm not going to leave Quagsire in there to get Mega Drained. So, we'll see. If that comes back to change the result of this game, then we'll figure out what to do with it later, but I don't think that little amount of damage from Surf will necessarily change things, but we'll see. Alright, so there's the little bit of damage on Snorlax from before. It's going to go for the Leech Seed. I think I'm going to go Fire Punch here instead of Curse. Get some damage on it instead of giving it a free turn. This will kind of offset the Surf mistake anyway. It missed the Leech Life anyway, so I'm Leech Seed anyway. Alright. Well, it's not going to get enough health back from the Leech Seed to be a problem here, I don't think. But let's go ahead and Fire Punch it anyway. Alright, Jumpluff. Oh, okay, I thought it was going to be gone. It's not. It's burned, though. Alright, well, I would assume this next Fire Punch would do it. The switch. Alright. That's probably for the best anyway, because we're going to need the switch to get that Leech Seed off of Snorlax anyway. Alright. So what do we have that can go in against Haunter here? We don't want to put we don't want to serve Kadabra up on an open platter for the Shadow Ball. Giga Drain is good against Dugong and Quagsire, so I guess Dragonair is our only switch here. There's the Giga Drain. Kind of odd it was going to use Giga Drain on Snorlax, but then again, it couldn't use Shadow Ball, so I guess it didn't have many options. Thunder Wave it. I don't think that Fire Blast or Outrage will one-shot it. It'll do a lot of damage, but it won't one-shot it. Alright. Now that it's slower, let's go ahead and try Outrage. Interesting animation there for Outrage, but alright. Yeah, we didn't come anywhere close to one-shotting it. Oh, it got a critical hit. Alright. Well, we'll at least get another hit off on it thanks to that Thunder Wave. And it'll be slow enough that something like Kadabra can come in and clean up. Alright, Haunter gets a knockout, but Dragonair has set it up to where Haunter's going down to the next thing it battles, so not a bad trade-off there in a sense. It's super slow now. Actually, it might not be the worst idea to go with Snorlax since it can't do anything but Giga Drain us. It wouldn't do a lot of damage. We get a chance to set up a curse. And then we get Fire Punch and Snorlax would be set for whatever he fights next. Yeah, let's go with that. Again, conserve Kadabra and those water Pokemon for when they're needed. Because we know it can't Shadow Ball us. So we'll go Curse to get some defenses here. And when we can Headbutt, it'll up Headbutt's damage output. That'll do minuscule amounts. Yeah. Yeah, it's little enough that we can still knock it out with Fire Punch. Okay. Snorlax is actually faster because of the paralysis. Wow. Even with the curse dropping its speed. Alright, Haunter goes down. Snorlax gets a knockout. So 2 down on both sides. Magneton, which Fire Punch will be good against. Well, I almost hate that I wasted that turn with the curse now, because I should probably switch to Quagsire. I kind of want to run Fire Punch, but I think my opponent would get mad at me if I left Snorlax in at this juncture. So I'm going to switch to Quagsire. I think my opponent would not be happy if I would have left Snorlax in there, even though I think Snorlax could have done it. Oh well, let's see here. So it's going to avoid the Thunder because it's a ground type. We're going to try that Surf play again. You know, the one we messed up the first time. Yay, it's evened out. It's back to normal. It's as if I never messed up. Because I probably would have gone Dig there, to be honest, the first time around. With the second encounter, I mean. So, we're evened up. Things are going to be back to where it should be. That burn is actually going to make a difference. It'll be interesting to see if this KOs it or not. There you go. Quagsire beats Jumpluff. So I don't want to hear it with my mistake about not using Surf earlier. Because it worked out for my opponent in the end. Alright. So 4 on 3. We've got Quagsire and Blastoise. Well, we don't want to switch into Kadabra even though it has Thunder Punch, because Kadabra is going to take a shot if we do that. So I guess we'll leave Quagsire in, and if Blastoise happens to beat Quagsire, then we'll put Kadabra in. That's the problem with Kadabra. It's a good Pokemon and all but on this game, but it's so frail. It does not want to get hit. It wants to do the hitting, but it doesn't want to get hit. Hydro Pump from Blastoise does pretty good damage. Quagsire is going to dig, which means Blastoise, if it uses Hydro Pump again, will probably miss. No, it did withdrawal. What do you know? The computer actually was pretty smart there. Huh. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, the good news is his remaining Pokemon are, with exception of Snorlax, are special attackers. Snorlax wouldn't be my first choice for this battle anyway. Haze. Get rid of that defense boost. It's going to cost us getting hit by Hydro Pump, but it'll... Again, it might come in handy. Alright, odds are it's going to try Hydro Pump again. What's Dugong's moveset? It's not really all that great either for this scenario. Well, in Quagsire's... So right now we've got our win conditions are... Quagsire puts up a fight against Magneton. Snorlax can put up a little bit of a fight against it. Dugong basically is just around for Shuckle. And then we need Kadabra for Blastoise. So somebody's going to have to go down here probably to Blastoise. I just got to figure out who makes the most sense. Quagsire only has 44, but it would be 4 times damage to Magneton. Let's go And Quagsire could survive the Sandstorm if Shuckle puts up Sandstorm. Boy, this one's tough. How about we go with Snorlax? Because with rest talk, Dugong can at least wait out the Blastoise and wait till Hydro Pump's gone. Quagsire can maybe get off one dig against Magneton. And then we have a combination of Quagsire and Dugong for Shuckle. And we still and if we can get some damage on Blastoise, we have Kadabra to clean up. So we're just going to go straight to Headbutt. We're not going to mess with Curse or anything like that. Because I don't know how many Hydro Pumps here Snorlax is going to be able to take. Yeah, so I'm glad I went straight with the Headbutt here. Alright, just get some damage off. That helps. Every bit's going to help at this point. The real wild card here is going to be Shuckle. I don't know how hard it's going to be to take down or not. Wow, Hydro Pump hasn't missed at all, by the way. Just throwing that out there. 80% accurate move has hit every time so far. Alright, so we did that. We're going to have to throw Kadabra in here and hope that it can take a hit from the Hydro Pump. I don't think Thunder Punch is going to take it out in one shot, but we'll find out. Alright, Thunder Punch. Kadabra's faster. Here it comes. Blastoise got hit pretty hard, but didn't go down. Alright. Interesting that it went with Withdrawal there, by the way. So that worked out well. The Kadabra didn't take any damage. Let's see, if it was me battling, I would have done Hydro Pump, or if he was out of Hydro Pump's a different attack, but alright. So Kadabra gets the win there. So the computer's down to Shuckle and Magneton. There's Magneton. Kadabra does not want any part of Magneton because if it gets slowed down, then if it gets paralyzed, that's Shuckle's win condition. Because with the paralysis, there's a chance Kadabra might not do anything on any given turn. So if it didn't do anything but was poisoned and hit by Sandstorm, etc., that could snowball into a disaster. So there's Thunder. Quagsire's going to be all right. This matchup will be determined both by speed and if Swift is enough to take it out at this point. It goes first. There's the Swift attack. Quagsire goes down. All right. I wasn't sure Magneton would actually have enough physical attack for Swift to work. So that makes this interesting. Well, we can't use Dugong because Thunder would take it down instantly. If we manage to get around Magneton, Dugong can take on Shuckle. Alright. What the heck does Kinesis do? Makes the user harder to hit. Only 80% accurate, though. Now we're just going to go Psychic and tough it out. Good news is Thunder's 70% accurate, so we'll see how lucky Magneton gets here with that play. 1 for 1. Wow, that did a lot more than I really thought it would do. We're going to have to hope for a miss. Alright, here's another Psychic. Come on, critical hit or something. Nope, but another Psychic could beat it. How much does Swift do? Swift takes it out. Alright, let's see if Dugong's faster than Magneton and if it can hit it hard enough to get it out of there. Waterfall. Magneton's faster but chose to go with Thunder Wave. Interesting, it didn't just go for the kill with Thunder. There goes Magneton. Okay, this battle's not over yet. I mean, as I was saying with Kadabra, this does help Shuckle that it's paralyzed, but this is going to be an interesting final bout here. Alright, Waterfall, that's the obvious move. It's going to go Sandstorm. That was also the obvious move. Sandstorm and Poison. There's that Paralysis kicking in. Alright, let's see if Waterfall hits this time. I mean, on the bright side, Dugong does have Rest. Why would you go straight into Rollout? Well, I guess you can't poison it while it's paralyzed. That's my bad, but still. Actually, it might be better for Dugong to stay paralyzed so that it can't get poisoned and take extra chip damage. Yeah, I think for the moment we won't rest yet because the paralysis is actually going to be less hurtful to us than getting poisoned. Alright, barring some paralysis shenanigans, I think that Dugong's going to win this one. Alright, we'll try Waterfall one more time. If we're paralyzed this turn, we'll rest. Well, yeah, we're going to have to rest because with rollout... Oh! This could be interesting to see how Rollout, how much damage, if it hits, it does here. Could Shuckle actually win by attacking? Oh my gosh, Shuckle actually won by attacking. Well, alright then. Shuckle wins. That's a rough battle. I'm sure my opponent will pick me apart over something I did wrong, but that was a tough battle. I can't believe Shuckle actually got Rollout to do enough damage. I mean, I know it was super effective on Dugong, but Shuckle's attack is almost 0, so that surprises me. I thought that Dugong would have had one more hit in it before resting, but either way, I don't think you can necessarily blame me. I mean, Dugong was paralyzed twice there. If it lands just one of those waterfalls, Dugong wins. So, whether you agreed that I played that the best or not, Dugong definitely had its opportunities to win right there. Luck just wasn't necessarily on its side. Boy, that was a rough battle, though. My opponent has done a fabulous job picking his team this season, and I'm sure that he will be looking forward to the rematch because I'm sure he's going to nitpick that battle and tell me 5 or 6 ways that he could have won, but we'll see. All right, battle number 2. In this one, we have the Minnesota Suicune and the Dallas Dragonite going head-to-head. All right, let's hope this goes smoother than our first set of battles. For this one, I'm going to lead with Zapdos. All right, let's see how this goes. Once again, we're at the Team Rocket battle area to just mix up the scenery a little bit this week. Also wearing the Team Rocket shirt, so yeah. Lickitung and Zapdos. This ought to be an interesting start. Thunder. Alright, 70% accurate. Let's see how it goes. 1 for 1, and we got the paralysis. Shadow Ball. Can we make it 2 for 2? Nope. 1 for 2. Surf. Interesting choice. Although it did about as much damage as the Shadow Ball. Alright, attempt number 3. 1 for 3 with the 70% accurate move. Oh, and a critical hit surf. Okay. Zapdos, you definitely need to hit Thunder now. 2 for 4. Zapdos takes down Lickitung, but Lickitung certainly did some work. Hitmonlee. We do not have a flying move, do we? Alright. Do we have any Pokemon that deal with Hitmonlee better? Jinx and Espeon, but I don't want to put them in for a hit. So I guess we'll just try Thunder. Alright, we're 2 for 4. 2 for 5. 70% accurate, everybody. I jump kick missed. Wow, they're much more forgiving in Gen 2. Nowadays, if you miss a high jump kick, you lose like half your health. Alright. 2 for 5 so far. Let's see how we do here. 2 for 6, everybody. 70% accurate, and we're 2 for 6. Wow. Hitmonlee with the knockout. Zapdos refusing to hit. Alright, well, on the bright side, we get to put Jinx or Espeon in there. Let's see. Espeon has Psybeam. Jinx has Confusion. We're going to go Espeon. Oh, boy. Alright, Psybeam. Pretty good hit. What does Mega Kick do? A lot of damage is what it does. Alright. Psybeam again. There goes Hitmonlee. Alright. The next Pokemon needs to be prepared. Alright, Vaporeon, Espeon. Yeah, her team doesn't really have a good move set for fighting Vaporeon now that Zapdos is out of the picture. And the way Zapdos was fighting, it would have missed anyway. Alright, Psybeam. There's Waterfall. Is it enough to take out Espeon? Yes, it is. Okay. Alright, let's see. Do any of these have like a surprise electric move or something? Well, I guess we'll go Suicune. Oh, wow, that worked out real nice because I picked Roar. So it's not going to get the defensive boost because we're going to switch it out. And Suicune, I like Suicune's matchup. I think that Suicune can beat Psyduck. And then Suicune versus Flareon, Suicune versus Ninetales. There's a type advantage, so still works. Safeguard, that's fine. We're going to hit you with Bubble Beam anyway. Speed fell. It'll still be faster because Suicune's slow on this. No? Okay. Ninetales still hanging around. There's a Fire Blast. He got some damage off on the Suicune. Bubble Beam. You go Quick Attack and get a little bit more damage off. That's a smart move there. It really is. Bubble Beam. Suicune takes out the Ninetales. And if they put Vaporeon in, we'll just roar it out again. Alright, Acid Armor again. Granted, that does make some sense because our other move is Gust and Flying is physical in Gen 2. So I think that's why it's going with Acid Armor. Alright, Flareon, Suicune. Here comes Bubble Beam. Here comes another Fire Blast. It missed. Bubble Beam again. All right. Fire Blast onto the Suicune. Quick Attack. Alright, Suicune's going to take out Flareon. Alright, I think this time we'll just try to deal with Vaporeon because the other Pokemon on this team, with exception of Jinx, are fire types, and they can deal with Psyduck a lot more easily than they can a Vaporeon. Alright, let's see here. So what does Mist do? Okay, status moves, we're not going to really have to worry about that right now. So let's go Gust. Not much damage at all. I might actually be better off just going Bubble Beam. So that was 33. Especially now that it's gone with Acid Armor. Alright, let's use Bubble Beam and see what the difference is here. Yeah, we did 39 with the Bubble Beam, so we're going to go Bubble Beam. Also, there's a chance Bubble Beam might slow it down, giving her other Pokemon a good chance. Critical hit there for Vaporeon. Alright. Bubble Beam again. Alright. So Vaporeon takes down Suicune. Suicune did some good work, though, this battle. We'll go Jinx. Confusion. Alright, that's not terrible. Oh, I got confused too. That's even better. Got through the confusion there. Critical hit, of course it got one. When it absolutely needed it. Alright, confusion again. Alright, good hit. Come on, hit yourself. Nope, it broke through again. Of course it did. Boy, a lot of the luck stuff seems to be going the computer's way in these battles this week. So we got Magmar and Houndour. I feel like Houndour is going to be faster and have the better chance of getting a hit off. So we'll go Houndour. Oh boy, this is really going to be determined by who's faster here. Crunch. Hit yourself, hit yourself, hit yourself. Wow, you went with quick attack. That's interesting. It must be out of waterfall, I guess. Alright, well, I'll take it. Crunch from Houndour. There goes Vaporeon. Alright, so we got two fire Pokemon, Houndour and Magmar against Psyduck. This is anyone's guess as to how this is going to turn out, because Psyduck has the type advantage, but it is just Psyduck. So, man oh man. I'm tempted to go with Sunny Day, because I know that nowadays Sunny Day lessens water damage. I don't know if it does back then or not. I'm going to go for it. We're going to try Sunny Day. If it does lessen water damage, then that's going to give us a chance at our best chance at this. Here comes Surf. We'll find out if that's a true thing or not in Gen 2. I think it's true, because there's no way it wouldn't have done more if it wasn't true. Alright, so that'll give Magmar more hope, too. Let's go with Crunch. Pretty good hit. Pretty good hit. I think we're going to give Magmar the best chance we can give it. Alright, Psyduck takes out Houndour. Alright, it's up to Magmar. Magmar does have decent special defense. That plus the sun, it might be able to take a Surf or two. Does not have a great move set here, though. Should I go Fire Punch or Confuse Ray? Let's go Fire Punch first and see how much it does. Alright, it's going to be boosted in the sun, hopefully. Okay, yeah, we're just going to Fire Punch it again. Assuming we actually survive. You never know, there might be a crit or something. Alright, Magmar survives. Sunlight's still going strong. Here comes another Fire Punch. If it lands, this should be the ball game. And Magmar takes out Psyduck. Alright, I'm 1-1 against the computer so far this week. That one was rough. Two water Pokemon versus two fire Pokemon pretty much there at the end. Whew. But hey, Minnesota Suicune come out on top. So yeah, our winners so far today have been the Tampa Bay Steelix and the Minnesota Suicune. If I can find their picture, there we go. Be right back with battle number 3, but first we're going to have an intermission, because with these stressful battles, I need a moment to just have some fun. So I'll be back in just a moment, everybody. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the Week 3 intermission for the Pokémon Stadium 2 Draft League. This week's intermission will be 3 songs performed by Hatsune Miku in Project Diva Megamix for the Nintendo Switch. The first song will be Two Breaths Walking. All right. Song number 2 is Puzzle. All right, last but not least, for the intermission, will be Age Age again. And then we'll get back to some interesting Pokemon battles. Alright, everybody, we're back from intermission, getting ready to start our third battle of the day. And that will be between the Pokemon Power and Smoochum or Lose'em. So it'll be interesting to see how this one turns out. Let's see, judging by the opponent's team, I'm going to start with Houndoom and go from there. A lot of Pokemon this week for everyone's teams that are making their first appearances. I wonder how much of that has to do with the fact that people are mixing up what Pokemon they're using, or if it's because of our rule that you have to use a Pokemon once before you can cut them, so people are just trying to get their uses out of the way. Regardless, it's nice to see a nice change of cast for what Pokemon are being used and which ones aren't this week. Alright, so we've got Wartortle versus Houndoom to start. That's an obvious switch to Venusaur. So far, both battles that we've played have come down to the last Pokemon one-on-one. It'd be nice if I could have a battle that's like a 3-0 victory or something, instead of everyone being a nail-biter. But then again, we also had Thunder go 2 for 5 or whatever, so that explains a lot. I hit the wrong button, but this won't be bad anyway, because they're switching. I picked Growl, but whatever's coming in will have its attack lowered. Okay. Let's see, this is Gen 2, so I think you can poison a poison type. So that might have been what was happening there. Let's put Moltres in. Alright, what are you going to use? Growth. Okay, we can live with that. We can live with that. We're fire and flying, so we're quad resistant to you. Will Fire Blast hit? They're going to switch. Question still is, will Fire Blast hit? Wartortle, okay. Okay, will it hit? Come on. Come on. Fire Blast hits and gets some damage on Wartortle. Alright, it is definitely going to go for Waterfall again. We're definitely going to switch to Venusaur. Alright, there's Waterfall. Yeah. Alright, let's go Poison Powder. This should answer our question once and for all if you can poison a poison type in Gen 2. I know you can't nowadays, but in Gen 2, everything was kind of off limits. I mean, you could paralyze electric types, for example, with Thunder Wave. So let's find out. Does Poison Powder work? Doesn't affect. Okay, so they did have that right in Gen 2, that you cannot poison a poison type. Still learning stuff each and every day going back to Gen 2. Like Nightshade apparently doesn't hit normal types, even though it does in Gen 1. Poison doesn't poison, so that's good to know. Alright, let's see. You're going to switch out, so let's actually charge up and use Sky Attack. Get a good hit on Wartortle here. We won't do anything this turn, but that's okay because it's not attacking. We'll survive probably one Waterfall, and then Sky Attack will take it out. At least that's the idea anyway. We'll see if it actually plays out that way or not. We go first. And we took it out. Good call. Alright, Moltres gets the first KO of this battle. Jolteon. We definitely don't want Moltres in against that. Golem. Pineco and Bulbasaur are its likely switch-ins. But, well, there's a Zap Cannon down the drain. That's good to see. Bulbasaur is hit neutrally by Magnitude, so let's go ahead and go with Magnitude anyway. You never know, if we get like a 10 or something, we might really hit it hard. Alright, there's the Pineco. Magnitude 10. Not very effective because it's bug type, but still pretty good hit. It's going to use Giga Drain 1,000,000%. So let's put Moltres in there. Yep, called that. That's going to do like 5 damage. 7 damage, I wasn't far off. Alright, Fire Blast. If we miss, we'll go for Sky Attack next time. Alright, and there goes Pineco. Alright. What's up now? Jolteon again, huh? Well, now you don't really have anything good to switch to when Golem goes for Magnitude, so this gets real interesting now. Because Arbok is weak to Magnitude, Jolteon's weak to Magnitude, Furret, except for Ice Punch, can't really do anything against Golem. And then Bulbasaur will be hit neutrally, so no matter what, Golem's going to get to hit something. There's another Zap Cannon down the drain. Alright, Magnitude. Probably won't be a 10 again, but hey. Oh, they're not going to switch. Okay, that's interesting. Alright. Lower our accuracy, huh? Here comes Magnitude. 7, that's enough to kill if it hits. Yep. I'm sorry, knockout. Nothing really dies in Pokemon. Alright, we're going to Rock Throw. Because Rock Throw has more accuracy. And since it's sand attacking us again, I think that's a good move. Alright. You alright over there, Bronzer? I think my cat has a hairball right now. Alright, Golem takes down Jolteon. However, all those sand attacks are going to force us to probably switch out. I guess Bulbasaur? Yep. That's good. We can switch out for Bulbasaur anyway. Put Moltres back in. We might, at the rate this is going, we might have our first sweep in the league. We haven't had a sweep yet. This is looking like it could be that. Wow, and that was with a critical hit, the amount of damage. Wow. We'll go for 1 Fire Blast. If we miss, we'll go for Sky Attack. Alright, that's probably going to be the end of Bulbasaur, and it sure is. Boy. I know I said at the beginning of the battle I'd like to have a 3-0, but I wasn't expecting this. Alright, let's get Moltres out of there. Get Golem back in there. The remaining Pokemon both do not match up particularly well with Golem. Sludge Bomb onto a ground type won't be very effective. Yep. No poison either, so that's good. Magnitude. Bite, it's going to try to flinch us. There's the Magnitude. What's the number? 7. That might be enough. Nope. Okay. Golem lands another Magnitude. Arbok goes down. They're going to... Does Magnitude hit when they're underground? I know Earthquake does. Does Magnitude? It's going to be interesting here. It does, so there goes Arbok. Golem and Moltres both doing some work in this battle. Alright, Furret versus Golem. Furret has Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and Strength. Ice Punch is the only thing it's going to have for Golem. We'll leave Golem in for now, but if Ice Punch does too much, we'll switch it out. Here comes the Ice Punch. Alright, did about 100, so we can probably even take one more of those. Magnitude 10, that might be all she wrote. Let's switch in Houndoom. We're going to try to see if we can get the sweep here. Take Golem out. Ice Punch won't do very much to Houndoom since it's a fire type, and then Houndoom can clean up. Of course it got frozen solid. Alright, well there goes that idea. The sweep is still intact, but that's not going to work out. Alakazam. Because I really doubt it's going to Ice Punch here, so Alakazam can survive a hit and then take out the Furret. 2 freezes in the same on the same day of battles, by the way. Alakazam, there's Amnesia. It's going to double its special defense. Alright. Psybeam, we'll see if that doubling of defense is enough to stop it. Nope, critical hit, so it didn't matter. Alright. A sweep. A 6-0 sweep for the Pokemon Power. They're probably going to vault up to first place after this week now. That's going to be tough to beat. Wow. And a resounding win for me against the computer. Whew. Alright, well, I'll see you guys here in a minute with our last matchup. But before I go, once again, our winners were the Pokemon Power. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for the last battle of the day. We've got the My Little Ponyta and the We Are the Machampion. So, this is the first time the Machampion have had a chance to be managed by me. I think they were the last team in the league to get me to manage a game for them. So hopefully I don't let them down too much. So far I'm 2-1 against the computer today, so we'll see how it goes. Judging by the opponent's team, let's see, we got... What have we got? We've got Water Ice, we've got Fighting, we've got Grass, Poison Bug, Steel Bug, and Dark Rock. As far as what they're weak against, there's not a whole lot there. 3 of the Pokemon can't be poisoned by Ariados, so if we're going to do the poison strategy, that's going to have to be a late game thing. Electabuzz. 4 of the Pokemon are good against Meganium. So, Meganium and Ariados are definitely out as the leaders. Sandstorm would work on 4 of the 5 Pokemon. I'm going to go with... You know what? The computer has led Machamp in every game so far for this team. And since I don't see a clear-cut, like, obvious choice, let's just go Machamp again to keep the theme going. Plus, Machamp does have some different moves it can use. Some of the punches and such, so let's see. The one I was also leaning towards starting would have been Tyranitar, and I don't think this is too bad of a matchup. Let's see, what do we got to pick from here? Okay, Muck's got decent special defense. Do we have anything that actually beats Muck head-to-head? guess we got Scizor being a steel type. It can't be poisoned. And for Tyranitar, we've got Mud Slap. Let's go Scizor. I imagine that it's not going to dynamic punch right out of the gate. That's my guess anyway. So let's see how this goes. I'm assuming Sludge, and it will be ineffective because we're steel type. We'll see if I'm right about that. Acid Armor. Okay, so it upped its defense. It's not the end of the world. Okay, what do we got to work with here? We have Leer, which would get rid of its defense. Let's go with Agility to double our speeds so that we're faster than whatever comes out next. Good call there because they're switching. This way Scizor will outspeed. It's probably going to be Typhlosion though, so maybe that didn't really amount to too much. Yeah, okay, so there's Typhlosion. I'm not going to be like the computer. The computer the last 2 weeks has sent Scizor in against fire types and left it in there. We're not going to do that. We will go with... Our best options are Cloyster and Tyranitar. Cloyster's special defense is Poo-Poo, so we're going to go with Tyranitar. I remember one doing competitive battles in the past. One person told me it's almost better to hit Cloyster with a non-effective, like a not very effective special move than it is a super effective physical move sometimes. So definitely don't want to throw it out there for a special attack. Critical hit, of course it was. And a burn. Oh, man, come on. Like, that really hurts Tyranitar to get a burn on it. That cuts its attack in half. Oh, well. We can still salvage this. Another critical hit. Wow. Okay, easy come, easy go. I guess they didn't like that I swept the computer last battle. Alright, well, Sandstorm will still help, so Tyranitar can still be of use to us. We can Sandstorm, can get a Mud Slap up, which would hurt Typhlosion's accuracy. So, we can still make use out of Tyranitar here, despite the bad luck there. There's Rock Smash. Alright, let's get one Mud Slap off. We'll probably die to the burn after this attack. Well, faint to the burn after this attack. Alright, well there goes some accuracy. That's good. Here comes the burn. Yep, so Tyranitar's down to Typhlosion. Didn't really think I'd say that, but it is. Alright, Tyranitar did a good job getting the Sandstorm up, though. That helps. Let's see. If we go with Cloyster, the game will probably switch into... Actually, Electabuzz, it doesn't really have a good switch. Electabuzz is good against Cloyster, but it wouldn't be resistant to attacks. So Cloyster might actually be the play here. We're going to go Cloyster. Sandstorm's going to hit the Cloyster and the Typhlosion. Let's go Clamp. It's faster. Here comes a Flame Wheel. It missed because of the Mud Slap. Tyranitar's Mud Slap having an impact. Alright, we got Clamp damage and Sandstorm damage. It's going to hit Typhlosion here. Alright, so another hit and Typhlosion will go down. It can't retreat because of the Clamp either. So... Another miss. The Mud Slap making an impact. Tyranitar helping out from beyond. Critical hit. Typhlosion goes down. Cloyster gets the knockout, although Tyranitar really helped out a lot against Typhlosion there. And that takes away one of the scary Pokemon for the opponent here. Alright, Electabuzz. Cloyster does not like the look of Electabuzz here. Alright, well... Let's go Meganium, because it won't get hit by the electric attack very much. And then when the computer inevitably switches into one of the 3 poison types that the opponent's using, we can switch into Scizor. There's Thunder Punch. Did almost nothing. Sandstorm goes away now. I kind of want to put Reflect up, but I think that it's better to just switch out. I think the game is going to put a poison type in there, so let's put Scizor in there. And we'll see if I call the game's bluff or not there. Alright, come on, game. Put any of the poison types in there. Any of them. Nope, game outsmarted me there. Alright. What do we have besides Metal Claw? Because we don't want to use Metal Claw on this. Cut. Well, since we know it's not going to switch now, let's put Meganium back out there and poison it. Because it still won't do much with Thunder Punch. Whether it paralyzes us or not, I feel like Electabuzz is probably going to be faster anyway. So I'm okay giving up a little bit of damage here. There's the paralysis, so I called that. Poison Powder. Now you're going to... Now you switch. You waited till I picked Poison Powder, huh? Alright. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, that's not the worst thing that could have happened. We were fully paralyzed anyway, so we weren't going to land the attack anyway. Let's go back to Scizor, because poison moves won't work on Scizor. And since Typhlosion's not an answer that this game has for Scizor anymore, we might be able to Agility and then just Metal Claw everything. There's Sludge, it won't work because we're Steel type. Yep. Alright. Let's try Agility, so that we can outspeed everything. We already are faster than Muck, but this way we can outspeed everything that's left. Alright. Acid Armor, don't care. If we get the attack boost from Metal Claw, it'll even out anyway. Light Screen's gone, that's good to know. Metal Claw. Alright, we didn't get the attack boost that time, but that's alright. Muck's left with nothing but Dynamic Punch to use now. 0 for 1, that's good. Let's go ahead, since it's going to be Dynamic Punching, let's use Leer to get rid of some of that Acid Armor. Alright, miss again. Miss again. Come on. 1 for 2 with the Dynamic Punch. Alright, Metal Claw. Alright, we got through the confusion. Good hit. If we can get that attack boost, that's really going to help out. So we've already got the speed boost. If we get the attack boost, we're really set. Let's see, we've already had 2 Dynamic Punches. It only has 5. Oh, we hit ourselves. Well, good thing we didn't have the attack boost there, or it would have hurt us more. No, this is still the best option, really, unfortunately enough. Because if we put anything else in there, it might poison it. Not confused anymore, that's good. Let's get the boost. Nope, no boost, okay. Here comes the third Dynamic Punch. 2 for 3 on Dynamic Punch. Come on, go through it. Man, this is so insane. Scizor's such a good Pokemon. It's getting a really cruddy luck of the draw these last few weeks. 3 for 4 on Dynamic Punch. 50% accurate move. 3 for 4. Wow. Alright, what do we got left? If we can manage to get by Muck, there's Electabuzz, Nidoqueen, Nidoking, and Kangaskhan. Machamp beats Kangaskhan, and so does Ariados potentially. Cloyster needs to be saved for the Nidoking and Nidoqueen. I don't think Meganium's going to help much against Muck. Actually, Meganium's not going to be a whole lot of help against anyone except for Electabuzz. So, what's Meganium's moveset? Might be better to go with... Well, then again, Muck's got such boosted defense now. I don't know. We're going to go with Machamp. Because we got special moves like Thunder Punch and stuff. See if we can get around this high defense. Fire Punch would be great because we could lessen the damage output of Muck if it burns. Of course, it didn't burn. Here comes Sludge. Of course, it poisons on the very first attempt. Man. Fire Punch again. Come on, give me a burn or something. Because honestly, if we can get by Muck, this team still has a really good chance. Because depending on the accuracy of Horn Drill, like if it hits or not, Cloyster could potentially take out both Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Ariados could potentially have its way with Electabuzz and Kangaskhan. So if we can just get by Muck, this team has a chance. Alright, I think that's going to take out Machamp here. Yep. Oh, man. Okay. Well, what do we think we can do 90 damage with? What's Ariados' moveset? So it'd be poison on poison. Yeah, Solar Beam would take 2 turns to charge up while getting hit with Sludge. Strength won't do anything because of all the defense boost. So we're going to have to put Cloyster in here and hope that this first clamp is enough to do it. He gives us our best shot at this anyway. Okay. With Clamp and Aurora Beam. Aurora Beam's 65, Clamp is 35, so actually... I'm going to check real quick. I believe Ice is special back in Gen 2. Ice is special in Gen 2, so we're going to go Aurora Beam and hope it's enough. Or maybe that we get a freeze. Almost. Alright. Miss. Miss, it's your last one. Of course it hit. Why wouldn't it have? Alright. We're going to actually take Cloyster out, because again, we need to save Cloyster. The idea here is instead of possibly killing ourselves by, beating ourselves by hitting ourselves in the face and then getting hit with Sludge, Ariados won't take much damage from Sludge. Muck is so hurt that even Sludge Bomb should be able to beat it at this point, at least in a turn or two. And then we'll have Cloyster to try and make a run at the remaining Pokemon. Okay, here comes another Sludge. Alright. Here comes Sludge Bomb. Please do 24. Alright, well, let's get our Sludge Bomb up. Muck did a lot of work in this one. In fact, it might even be the MVP of this battle, depending on how things turn out. Ariados gets a knockout, but Muck absolutely wreaked havoc before it got taken down. So let's see what comes in next. There's Nidoking. No doubt it'll try to Horn Drill. We're going to have to put Cloyster in, hope it misses, and then we'll try to Aurora Beam. I know it has Thunder, but we need Ariados as well, because I don't think Cloyster can beat the... because Cloyster can't beat the Electabuzz. Of course it picked Thunder randomly as its main attack. We got lucky and it missed, but man, like, what logic did it use to pick Thunder there against Ariados? Alright, Aurora Beam, let's hope we're faster. We're not. Oh boy. 0 for 2 on Thunder. Yeah, but Dynamic Punch hit 4 out of 5 times. Oh, a freeze would have been nice there. Alright, well, Aurora Beam again in case it misses again. I doubt it will, but you never know the way this is going. There's the hit, so Nidoking takes out Cloyster. I still can't get used to all these like 50% accurate moves hitting and then the moves that are supposed to hit missing. At this rate, it's going to be very unlikely that this team can come back, unfortunately. The only hope is that A, we don't get paralyzed 2 turns in a row, and B, that Nidoking doesn't defeat us during our charging for Solar Beam. Oh boy, here we go. 30% accurate, everybody. 30% chance. Less than 1/3. But it hits, of course, first try. Alright. Well, I guess the game had to kick my butt since I kicked its butt the previous battle, right? And alright, well, according to the logic the game was going by earlier, it should use Thunder here, right? Oh, man. Well, the only attacking move we have that can hit it is Sludge Bomb, since Toxic won't work on other poison types. That's a shame, because this Ariados setup is pretty good with Toxic and Protect, but like the Scizor, just we haven't had a good matchup to actually take advantage of that good moveset yet. Alright, so I think Nidoking's going to win this one unless it starts missing for some reason. Regular Horn attack. Well, I'm sorry, we are Machampion. We are the Machampion. Your team is not bad. The game just decided that every single attack from your opponent was going to land regardless of percentages. Man. Horn Drill, 1 for 1. Dynamic Punch, 4 for 5. So let's stop and just talk about that for a second. Dynamic Punch, 50% chance to hit. Lands 4 out of 5 times. Horn Drill, 30% chance to hit, which is less than 1/3, because 1/3 would be 33%. 30% chance to hit, hits first try, 1 for 1. Yeah. Doesn't matter how good of a battler you are or how good your team is, when you're working against those kind of odds, there's not a whole lot you can do. I wouldn't panic yet. Your team isn't bad. That's just incredible luck by the opponent. And if you're the opponent, I wouldn't get carried away. I wouldn't expect that kind of luck all the time. But man, luck was certainly on the My Little Ponyta side this week. And they are the victors. That puts me officially at 2-2 against the computer this week, so still pretty even setup overall. I'll be back for the end of this video with updated statistics and everything and updated standings, and we'll talk about who everyone plays this upcoming week. All right, see you in a moment. All right, so we're back, and as you can see, we're going over the standings. So the current standings after all those results, we're going to recap them. Tampa Steelix won 1-0 against the Atlanta Fearow. The Minnesota Suicune won 1-0 against the Dallas Dragonite. The Pokemon Power had our league's first sweep of the season with a 6-0 win against Smoochum or Lose 'em. And we had My Little Ponyta getting a win 4-0 against We Are the Machampion. So the standings currently look like this. We Are the Machampion is at the bottom right now due to point differential. The Dallas Dragonite are also right there at 0-3, which is really a shame because I honestly think that We Are the Machampion has a good team. I think that it's more or less who they played the first three matches. Tampa Bay Steelix, they played us back when they had 2 fire types. Atlanta Fearow, they played them and had some mismatches. My Little Ponyta had so many poison types that Ariados was almost worthless. Same with Meganium. I think that once you see some of these upcoming matchups that are down the pipeline, I think We Are the Machampion could easily bounce back and be 3-3, 3-4, something like that when we get to the halfway point. So don't panic yet. Wouldn't be surprised if they do make a move or two just because they are 0-3. But even if they leave their roster alone, I still don't think that the story is over yet with that team. Smoochum or lose them at 1-2. They were at even, but dropped all the way to -6 on point differential after the sweep today. My Little Ponyta has moved up into the number 5 spot now due to tiebreakers. In our top 4, we got the Minnesota Suicune at 2-1. The Atlanta Fearow at 2-1. I'm sure the Atlanta Fearow will continue to ball, and that they will continue to be, if not the top team, one of the top teams. This is a good team, and even with and without mistakes today, that fight came down to the very end. If Dugong just simply lands a waterfall instead of getting paralyzed, then the Fearow would be 3-0. However, regardless of them winning or losing, it wouldn't have mattered. In the sense that the Pokemon Power have leapfrogged to number 1 after that sweep with a +10 point differential. So even though the Steelix are still undefeated, the Steelix are still at the number 2 slot because the Pokemon Power have jumped us to number 1. So congratulations there to the Pokemon Power. Great job picking your team this week. Here's the updated statistics. So for the Tampa Bay Steelix, Magneton by far doing the best job there. Shuckle came through pretty well this week. Articuno didn't do so bad, although Articuno's KO was because it got the freeze on the Lantern. The Atlanta Fearow Kadabra, 8 knockouts to 1 feint. Gosh, if that doesn't end up being the MVP of the league by the end of this, because even with Magneton having 7, we have 3 feints. Kadabra's fainted once in 3 battles. Like that is the MVP so far in this league. It's a lot to be excited about there if you're the Fearow. Suicune, Jinx and Suicune still leading the charge there with 3 KOs apiece. Suicune did a lot of work for that team this week. For the Dragonite, Ninetales didn't have a single KO this week, but is still the leader with 5. Hitmonlee and Vaporeon, both with 4. Vaporeon did some good work today for that team. Smoochum or lose 'em, Arbok, same kind of story. Arbok nobody got a KO on this team today because of the sweep. So Arbok's still the front runner on that team. We Are the Machampion. Machamp still leads with KOs. Some unfortunate luck for the We Are the Machampion this week. I mean, Tyranitar getting burned on the switch in. Scizor getting into bad matchups once again. Cloyster getting hit with the Thunder. The Horn Drill taking out the taking out the Meganium. I mean, just terrible luck all around. I don't think that's a bad team. Kingdra still has yet to play one, so I wouldn't be shocked if we see Kingdra next week. This is a good team. Like, honestly, if I made a team in the newer games, Sword and Shield, with this roster, Ariados would probably be the only slouch, and even then its Toxic Protect strategy would then elevate it to being good like the others. So, like, that's a really good lineup. I'm still just starstruck, dazed, whatever word, adjective you want to put in there. I'm stunned that that team doesn't have a win yet. Looking at the schedule coming up with it playing with the We Are the Machampion playing against the Dragonite, Smoochum or lose them, that's probably 2 wins. Depending on the lineup chosen for Suicune, that could be 3 wins. And then so I think that team can still be very good with or without moves. But we'll see what the owner decides to do with that team in the coming week. My Little Ponyta got their first win today. Nidoking leading the charge now with 4 KOs. Muck with 3. So good job there. Good good to see. It's kind of like the We Are the Machampion. Good to see this person's team finally take off. I know they've been frustrated the last couple weeks. It's got to feel good on their behalf to get a win. We'll see if they can continue that. Their upcoming schedule is well, they got a tough one next week with the Pokemon Power, but then they get 3 very winnable games in a row right after that. Not saying they can't beat the Pokemon Power. I'm just saying that the 3 after Pokemon Power will be a lot easier. So that team could also be 4-3, 3-4, something like that as we hit the halfway point. And the Pokemon Power, after today's sweep, Golem and Moltres tied with 5 KOs apiece. Doing a good job leading the charge there. Still no use of Charizard yet, so it'll be interesting to see if Charizard shows up next week or not. The only moves we had this week were I dropped Slugma from my team, the Steelix, and added Shuckle. And the Fearow dropped Sudowoodo and added Quagsire. Both of those two got a KO this week, so those were good moves. And that's where we stand right now at this moment. I'm 6-6 against the computer, so still even there with the computer. Just like all those 50-50 moves, I'm winning half the time. So we'll see how things continue to progress. This was a good week of battles. There was a lot of luck-based stuff this week that easily could have flipped battles in different directions, like Lantern being frozen, for example. But we'll see how things turn out next week. Speaking of next week, let's get to the lineup on the battles for next week. Tampa Bay Steelix once again will be controlled by the computer as I play Smoochum or Lose 'em. The Minnesota Suicune will be controlled by the computer as they play the Atlanta Fearow. The Pokemon Power will be controlled by the computer as they play My Little Ponyta. And the Dallas Dragonite will play against We Are the Machampion. We Are the Machampion going back to being controlled by the computer. Don't worry, owner of We Are the Machampion. You'll have several, as you can see, you've got several battles coming up where you will be controlled by me instead of the computer. You were just a unfortunate one that luck of the draw. You have a bunch of quote-unquote away games to start the season. So that's how the matchups will be next week. This has been fun so far. I look forward to another fun 11 weeks, and I'll see y'all next time. Remember to like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that silly YouTube nonsense if you liked everything that you saw today. And we'll keep putting out some videos. All right. Thank you all very much for watching. Bye-bye.